When we talk about Ye's darkest eras, bro, I think two projects sit at the top of that list for me, very comfortably. 808s and Vultures 1. And honestly, the whole Vultures era in general, bro. Vultures 1 and 2. I've been wanting to make this video for a while, because, I've been pondering on these albums. A lot of people could argue other projects, but these two projects have very different moments in Ye's life. But they're both rooted in, a lot of pain, instability, and just like real fucking darkness, bro. Not just like dark sounding music, but like just dark shit going on, bro. And that's a big important distinction. And I wanna start it off with 808s because that album is literally heartbreak in audio form. Like, it's literally in the fucking title, bro. And literally. But like 808s is, like I said, it's the most obvious and most darkest album. Like I said, it's fucking in the title, bro. And at that point, bro, in his life, he was going through a fucking lot. Like, this guy had just lost his mother, issues with his fiance at that time, a lot of fame, it's just a lot of shit, man. Like, and he basically used music basically as a fucking canvas. And that created something that completely shifted hip-hop. And what's interesting is that 808s doesn't always sound dark on the surface, like at all. Like songs like Paranoid, RoboCop, like the production feels upbeat, electronic, almost kind of colorful, bro. But once you actually listen to the lyrics, the melodies, the emotion, bro, it's a sad album. It's lonely, it's cold, and the contrast is what makes it so haunting, to be honest. The crazy thing about 808s is that it gets its respect. It gets its respect, but it also doesn't. Like, if you know, you know. Like, the real ones understand how much this album changed the culture, influenced melodic rap, like Drake, Kid Cudi, and like so many others. But like casual listeners, a lot of them never really sat with it. Like, I've deadass put friends onto 808s years later, and they're shocked at how emotional ahead of time it was. Like, the rollout itself wasn't dark like other Ye eras. It had animated artwork, bright visuals, and kind of like a futuristic feel, to be honest. But the soul of the album was really heavy. It was grief disguised as like synths and autotune, bro. Now fast forward literally almost like 15 years later, basically, and the Vultures era, Vultures 1, and this is a completely different kind of darkness. Like, this wasn't quiet sadness. This was chaos, bro. This was chaos. From the Miami listening party, to the Vegas, to the hotel room rant, to the unfinished fucking tracks, to the public meltdowns. The rollout was really messy, really unstable, and for some people, really uncomfortable to watch. And this era really kicked off like post Alex Jones interview around 2023. And everything surrounding Ye at that time was really dark, bro, in the public eye. And, the anti-Semitism controversies, the backlash, the isolation. Nothing about this era landed cleanly with mainstream or casual audiences, bro. At all. And honestly, for good reason, Musically, Vultures 1 leaned into something like dirty and like raw and uncomfortable. A lot of the content was like very sex heavy, aggressive, and sometimes really reckless. Not saying that automatically makes it bad music, but combined with Ye's energy at the time, it added to like how grim the era was, And despite all that, the music was good. There was good music there. There were songs that didn't make the cut, like Love Me the Most, Melrose on V2, and like a bunch of other songs, that really showed there was still like a creative vision behind these music, and behind the whole entire project. And Vultures 2 V2 only pushed that darkness even further, bro. The nitrous rumors, Ye clearly not in a good headspace, fans low-key forcing like a drop like on Yeezy, songs added last minute like Can You Be. Like, the album felt rushed, bro, forced, and honestly sad in context. So yeah, bro, when people ask me, yo, what's Ye's darkest eras, I don't hesitate. 808s and Vultures, 808s and Vultures. One is quiet pain, internal grief, emotional collapse. The other is pretty much like public chaos, controversy, and pretty much self-destruction, bro, playing out in real time. And you could basically argue, you know, Ye is Dark 2 the album, but I don't know. I'd love to hear that argument. But these two eras, nah, bro, they hit different, bro. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think is Ye's darkest era or album? Really love to know what you guys had to think. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.